Hello, soulmate. So today we'll be drafting and sewing an off shoulder top. So we'll be cutting both the front and the back together. That's why we folded it like so. We'll be cutting both the front and the back together. So you fold it like this. So it is called an off shoulder top because the shoulder part is going to be cut off. So for an off shoulder top or a dress, the part you cut off could be 4 inches. It could be 5 inches, it could be 6 inches, depending on how off you want the top to be. I hope you understand. Depending on how off you want it to be. But for this, I'll be using 4 inches. So the inches you will use will depend on you or your client. You can decide to measure the person's body to know the inches you use. I hope you understand, because you may not want it to be too off, or you may decide to want it to be very off. So you measure it out. So now the top length I'm using now is 25 inches. Is 25 inches. So I will just continue my measurement from that four. I hope you understand. From that four I'm using for the off shoulder, I will just continue my measurement from there. The actual top length we need is 25 inches plus the hem allowance. So I added 2 inches at that down part to give us 27 inches that. So we use that for the folding and that at the hem side. So we can go ahead and input other measurements. So the chest line for this person is 7 inches. The waistline is 15 inches. The hips line is 23 inches. So that is the vertical measurement. So you rule it out so that you'll be able to mark out the round measurements very well. That's the chest line. Then the bust point is 9 inches. The bust point is after the chest line. For you to get the chest line, you can divide your bust by 6 inches plus 1.5. It will give you your chest line. So that is it. 7 inches for the chest line, 9 inches for the bust, 15 inches for the waistline, 23 inches for the hips. So now we can go ahead and input the round measurement. For the bust is 34. 34 divided by 4 is 8.5 plus 3 inches allowance. The waist is 30 inches. 30 divided by 4, 7.5 plus 3 inches. The hips is 34 inches divided by 4 plus 3 inches. So it is the same thing you measure on the hips that you measure at the hem. So the shoulder measurements now, is off shoulder, but for the folding at that part, you use your shoulder measurement. You will not use it directly, but you use it to get the measurement you use at that chest part. For example, for this person, the shoulder measurement is 14 inches, and if you're drafting a top that has shoulder, you divide 14 by 2, which is 7 inches. So The shoulder measurement will guide you to get what you will use at this point. So since the shoulder is 14 divided by 2, giving us 7, you minus 1.5 inches from that 7, which will give us 5.5. So it is 5.5 that you will use at that point. It is that 5.5 that you will connect. So now, the chest line is 7 inches. We are trying to mark out the armhole now. So you continue the normal measurement from 4 inches like that. And because the armhole depth is 7 inches, you just continue the measurement from that 4 inches off. If you use 5 inches, don't forget to use 5 inches off too. So that is what we use to get that armhole depth at that point. So you go ahead and mark the bust, the round bust at that point too. That is 8.5 plus 3 inches. You mark it, then you connect that armhole that is coming from that upper part. You connect it to that chest line. You connect it like that, then you connect it at the sides to you connect those points that you marked out earlier. You connect them together. Don't forget that the cloth is folded like so. We are cutting both the front and the back together. So the next thing now, we are joining those lines together. We are joining the lines together. After joining together, then we can cut it out. So we'll cut it out like that. As we're cutting like that, we are cutting both the front and the back sides together. After cutting, then we'll go ahead to sew. So the next part, you can decide to leave it straight like this, or you can give it another shape you want. You can give it a V-neck shape or any other type of shape that you want, but I'm leaving it straight. So but we are leaving the neck of this one straight, so we'll go ahead now and sew it. So we have both the front and the back bodies together like that. We have it like that, the front and the back. So we'll go ahead now and fold the upper part of both sides. We'll join at the sides, then we'll fold at the hem. So you fold at the upper part like so for both sides, then join at the sides. So after taking that measurement, you go to the clothes that you've joined. You measure the upper part on the both parts. You measure it both front and back. You add it together and subtract it from the round shoulder measurement. For this person now, the round shoulder measurement is 38 inches. The measurement on the upper chest is like this. It's 11 inches at that part and 11 inches on the other part, which is the back, giving us 22 inches. So 38 minus 22 inches, we have 16 inches. That means each sleeve is going to use 8 inches, which will be 4 inches on fold. For this one now is 4 inches on fold. We folded this sleeve, that's the 4 inches on fold plus half inch for the seam allowance. So now this one, this 4 we are using at this second part is for the off shoulder. You know, we minus 4 the other time, so this is for the off shoulder, minus 4. Then we left 1 inch allowance for the folding of the sleeve because we are going to fold it. I hope you understand. Then the depth, the chest line, same chest line, which is 7 inches. Then we'll curve it out for the sleeve. I hope you understand. It is very simple. If you don't understand, just try and watch the video over again, then you will get it. Then the length of the sleeve is 16 inches. We added 2 inches for the folding. Then we just drew it out at that side because it's going to be a free sleeve. We are going to add elastic. So it's going to be free. So we just cut it out like that. Cut the other one out too. So the first thing we'll do now, we'll first go and fold it. So the first thing now, we'll fold it, the sleeve at that upper part. We'll fold it there. Then this part, we'll also fold it, but we'll fold it in such a way that we'll be able to pass an elastic band through it. So that is the next thing we'll do now. So we go ahead and sew the sleeve like this. We'll fold it at the upper part. We fold it first. Then the down part of the sleeve, we'll fold it in such a way that we'll be able to pass an elastic band through it. Then the next thing is to put elastic band at the down part of the sleeve and then sew the sleeve to the bodies of the top. So you can go ahead and fix the sleeve to the body. So you can start fixing the sleeve to the top at the upper part like that. I hope you can see it. So this is how you are going to fix it. This is how it's going to stay when you are done fixing. So the upper part to the upper part like so, and you fix and you sew. Yes, so you fix the other side. After you are done fixing the sleeves to the top, then you can join the sides of the sleeve too.